Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And for this young rookie making his first NFL start, a moment he's been waiting for since draft day.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 2.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now here's Brad Robbins now.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Here's a 2nd and 7. It's complete to Williams. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw here. Finding Williams once more, complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
There he goes, left side.
Down to the 10.
Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 41 yards.
And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. from the 24 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Pope. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They run it with Pope. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Kelly. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Point after here coming up. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a good job there, knuckling down as an offense. You're trying to avoid 3 and out at all costs. And after 2 straight incompletions, this one's on target, and they're able to keep the chains moving.
On first down, Ferguson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
A 2nd down carry for Ferguson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Ferguson. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. It'll be a 9-yard gain that time, and it'll also be the final play of this 1st quarter. 7-7, our score after 1.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw, and that's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
On now to punt, Brad Robbins.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. They start out with a run by Ferguson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. He'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
75 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. From the 21, here's the second down and 6. They'll set up a throw. Got his man. It's Williams. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Ferguson on 3rd and short. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The New York set to take the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. Another 18-yard gain. They had
on the previous snap as well.
Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Poe. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it. And oftentimes,
now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted.
Automatic first down.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Jets are an extra point away from taking the lead.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Point after, right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll set up to throw.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation.
First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Caught left side, Williams. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Back to throw here. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. The Jets defense making things difficult there. Fourth down.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith.
Finding space at the 40. He's still on his feet. He's on his way.
And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
No surprise he was targeted on that play because you and I both know quarterbacks like guys who can catch the ball, but they actually expect that. They love the guys who do something with it after the catch.
Impressive making him miss on that tackle attempt. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And when you're in a football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
The end result, 21 yards.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 48-yard line. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
This is Pope. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throw left side complete. That's Pope. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Kelly.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line.
The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm was just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And his kick here is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wear down the other defense. We'll see.
68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Caleb. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Here's Pope. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. They'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Good 1st step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Commanders' offense set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. New York's offense back out there and set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Up the middle they go. Pope. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 3. He'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Ferguson up the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
13 yards there at a Washington first.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets will take over here just shy of the 30.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
The offense for the Jets ready to take over. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Pope. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys,
touchdown Jets. A great effort there. 33 yards.
And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 15 now.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Washington offense heading out. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's on his way.
And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
New York ready to go again offensively. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still second down.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Washington on third down.
They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at third and a few inches. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
Trying to take this home, no run.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Washington offense set to take over. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On play action, they'll throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for the Jets, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.